The city was calm, too calm. People went to work, children played outside, lights filled the streets at night. Nothing felt wrong until small things began to change. A man collapsed on a bus. A woman fainted in a supermarket. Doctors blamed stress. No one panicked yet. By evening, hospitals were crowded. Patients complained of fever, headaches, and a strange pressure behind their eyes. Blood tests showed nothing familiar. No known virus, no known bacteria, just silence in the data. The first patient died after 23 hours. By the next morning, more deaths followed. Always the same pattern: high fever, confusion, aggression, then sudden organ failure. But something was different with the bodies. Doctors noticed deep scratches on walls, bite marks on metal bed frames. One nurse swore a dead patient moved after flatlining. The report was erased. Panic was not allowed. News channels stayed quiet. Social media videos disappeared within minutes. The virus already spread. Infected people began to change after 12 hours. Their eyes darkened, veins turned black, speech became broken, distorted. They stopped recognizing family. Hunger consumed them, but not for food. They attacked. Bites, scratches, blood contact. Anyone exposed became infected. The city locked down too late. By nightfall, streets filled with screams. Infected humans were no longer human. Their bones bent unnaturally, jaws widened, skin tore as muscles expanded violently. Blood covered their faces, dripping from mouths that no longer spoke, only growled. They hunted in packs. Military units entered the city. Orders were clear: shoot on sight. No survivors after transformation. Still, it wasn't enough.
Scientists finally understood the truth. The virus was not random. It rewrote the nervous system, forced the body into a final, violent state, a living weapon that burned itself out. After full transformation, the host survived only a few hours before collapsing, organs destroyed from inside. But before dying, each creature infected dozens more. A perfect chain.
Entire neighborhoods fell silent. Bodies covered the streets. Some still twitched. Others smiled with blood-soaked teeth frozen on their faces. Survivors hid in basements, listening to claws scrape concrete above them. Children cried until silence swallowed their voices. Helicopters stopped coming. The world outside the city went dark. One scientist stayed behind, Dr. Ethan Cole. He recorded everything: the virus origin, the mutations, the truth. His final note was clear: this virus does not want to rule the world. It wants to erase it. Outside his lab door, growling echoed. He had been bitten. Ethan watched the timer on the screen. 11 hours left. His hands shook. Veins darkened. Blood dripped from his nose. He forced himself to finish the upload. At 23 hours, his body convulsed. At 24 hours, he became something else. At 27 hours, he died alone in the dark. The city was declared lost. Maps were updated. A red zone appeared where millions once lived. No rescue, no cure. Only warning signs remained. Do not enter. Infection guaranteed. Survival impossible. But some nights, still, satellites detect movement. Not human, not alive. Something still walks the streets, covered in blood, breathing without lungs, waiting for the next mistake. The virus never left. Weeks passed. The quarantine line expanded. Entire regions were erased from maps. Governments denied everything, calling it a containment exercise. But soldiers at the borders knew the truth. At night, they heard screaming from beyond the walls, screams that slowly turned into animalistic howls. Survivors inside the red zone learned new rules. No light at night, no noise, no trust. Anyone could be infected and not know it yet. 12 hours looked normal. 20 hours turned people into monsters. Families began locking each other in rooms. A group of survivors discovered something terrifying. Some infected did not die after 27 hours. Rare cases. They changed, but remained aware, trapped inside bodies that were no longer human. These creatures watched, learned, remembered. They avoided gunfire, set traps, used darkness. The virus was evolving. Drones sent into the city recorded impossible footage, infected figures standing still, staring directly at the cameras. Some smiled, their mouths split wider than human anatomy allowed. The feed cut every time. A secret facility beneath the city reactivated automatically. Old experiments, old mistakes. The virus was not natural. It was discovered decades ago and buried. Records showed early tests on prisoners. The goal, create fearless soldiers immune to pain. Instead, they created extinction. The virus had waited. Outside the red zone, isolated cases began appearing. A man in an airport, a child in a hospital, a soldier at a checkpoint. The infection escaped. Cities worldwide entered lockdown. This time, there was no announcement. Internet shut down. Satellites went silent. Darkness spread faster than the virus. Infected no longer attacked randomly. They gathered. Huge masses of creatures moving together, guided by something unseen, like a signal. Some survivors reported hearing voices inside their heads, whispers telling them to open doors, to remove masks, to let it in. The virus learned to speak. One survivor resisted longer than anyone else, Maya Reynolds. Immune for now. Her blood slowed the transformation. Hope returned for a moment. They tried to extract her. The convoy never arrived. Only blood trails and broken armor remained. Maya was gone. Days later, she appeared on a broadcast, alive, smiling, her eyes completely black. She spoke calmly. You cannot cure evolution. The infected followed her. She was no longer human, but not fully dead. She was the bridge. Entire armies collapsed without firing a shot. Weapons jammed, vehicles stalled, technology failed near the infected. The virus bent reality. The sky changed color over infected zones. A sick red haze covered the cities. Breathing without protection caused hallucinations. Some walked willingly into the fog. Final evacuation orders were sent, then canceled. There was nowhere left to run. Years later, ruins remained. No governments, no nations, only silence and movement in the dark. The infected did not die anymore. They endured. Humanity did not end in fire or war. It ended quietly. one bite at a time. And somewhere in the ruins, the virus still waits, patient, intelligent, and hungry, for anyone foolish enough to believe it's finally over.